She's waited nearly 2.5 years to speak up about an inappropriate relationship she had with a man she had gone to for help. But once she finally did, the woman who can only be known as Emma says she wasn't treated fairly by the authorities she reported it to.
At minimum, it would be nice if when people came forward, they weren't treated with these biases and these stigmas and these judgments, rather receive my information and ensure to me you'll honor it.
Emma had been the victim of domestic violence in the past and was seeking help through the Domestic Violence Action Team. It was there in December of 2017 she met Bill Kay, their program coordinator and a former Lethbridge police inspector.
I feel I was absolutely manipulated. We're talking about someone who policed longer than I've been alive and then continued to work in the community in a very close and expert capacity.
She says she felt coerced into a sexual relationship with him that lasted from May through August of 2018, but was too afraid to say anything at the time.
I was very vulnerable. I work with the vulnerable. I know it and I see it from the other side now, and it absolutely tears me apart because my silence fed into that. I get emotional, right? I'm sorry. To think when I'm across from somebody else, how could somebody look at that and see anything other than someone who is so broken, because that is what I was.
When Emma finally came forward to report it to authorities some 2 years later, she says she wasn't taken seriously at LPS and that there was a bias because she was dealing with a former inspector who was still called upon as an expert in the field of sexual violence.
I'm not the type to not take accountability. I do take accountability for my choices, but I strongly believe that our society has this problem with victim blaming, and it's allowed the police to see it a little different. It's about justice. It's about protecting the vulnerable.
According to a statement from LPS, they took the position the RCMP should carry the investigation to avoid any appearance of a conflict of interest. But they also claimed that when the Coaldale RCMP indicated they'd be forwarding the file back to LPS, they asked to confirm that the complainant approved, and they were told that she had. According to Emma, this statement is untrue. She says she was never made aware that her file would end up back in the hands of LPS. Emma says it wasn't until the Solicitor General and CBC News got involved that the file got rerouted back to RCMP for a second time. According to Coaldale RCMP, they have confirmed that they're assuming the investigation as requested by LPS, that no charges have been laid, and that their goal is to complete a thorough investigation. Bill Kay has not been charged, and the allegations have not been proven in court. For Bridge City News, I'm Jeannette Rocher.